Welcome to the Soya Investing channel. My name is Colin, your average investor searching for above average returns. Today's topic is about stocks I regret buying and stocks I regret selling in my lifetime. It's good to look at past mistakes so you can not repeat them. So let's get to it. So let's go through the blunders, the stocks I wish I never bought in the past. First one on the list, Sears Holdings. This is a company that went bankrupt. I remember when I bought it, the reason why was because it was selling below book value. The assets of the real estate were worth far more than what was on the balance sheet. And Eddie Lampert was supposed to turn around the company. That never materialized. He was supposed to be the next Warren Buffett. And there is nobody that's the next Warren Buffett. And it never really sold. It was never really a real estate play. It was the cash flows were slowly bleeding. They had to sell off assets slowly, and it was just a grinding, slow death. And hopefully, I never repeat this one. The next one on the list is Boston Market or Boston Chicken, the franchise in the United States. And this one, on the face of it, when you looked at the balance sheet, it seemed everything was great. But the only problem is they make money through franchising. So at first, initially, all the franchise fees, it seems everything's okay. But then over time, the franchise itself has to succeed. And if it starts losing money, it's not a good long-term play. And this one went into bankruptcy, and then it just recently came out. But this was another lesson, and that's why I'm very, very weary when it comes to franchise stocks. The next one on the list, Planet Hollywood. Yes, another franchise. This one I remember, it was supposed to be considered the next Hard Rock Cafe, but the fad wore out. And just a note to self, never to buy stocks when celebrities are involved. The next stock that I wish I never bought was first Marblehead. The financials were amazing. There were nothing wrong with the financials. But the only problem was the 2008 financial crash. And when that happened, this company does student loans, and they collateralize and try to sell it in the market. And when the financial crashes happened, this company tanked. They were not able to sell their student securitization stuff. So basically it went belly up. Last but not least is Krispy Kreme donuts. This one, another franchise. I bought this one because I saw that, okay, it's in Canada, it just came here, it has brand recognition, the donuts taste amazing, there's some lineups out the door, so how can you go wrong with this? But unfortunately, management grew this company too quick, too fast. They should have slowed down. They were selling these donuts in gas stations, at the Walmart, and basically another one that went chapter 11 that they just recently came back, and now it's back on the stock market. But this is another one where, again, management is all important, and you really need to know the management well and how they can grow it properly. So those are the stocks I wish I never bought, but now these are the stocks I have bought in the past, but I wish I never sold. Okay, the first one, Berkshire Hathaway Class B. I bought this one back in 2020 when the stock was around 186, and I should have just held on. Warren Buffett was buying back their shares for the first time ever. When you have a guy like Warren Buffett that does 20% over 50 years, and also with the two disciples after he leaves that has generated very high returns, this is simply a no-brainer, and I wish I held on to this one. Next one on the list, Pfizer. Okay, I got this one when the pandemic hit, and then they said they were going to devise a vaccine. I got averaging around 35, 34, and all I had to do was hold on to this. It was giving a 4% dividend at the time, and the rest is history. You just look at it. It went all the way up as much as 59. This was clearly a no-brainer. Pfizer, with his COVID vaccine, gives it tremendous brand, and also with his other products. And this one I regret selling. Next one on the list, Facebook Meta Platforms. I bought this one really early when it first IPO'd. I got this around when it dipped to 19, and I sold it at 30. And Then they got Instagram, they improved on Facebook, on WhatsApp, and clearly a dominant player in its own space in the social media. And I would be laughing if it dropped to 230, right? If I bought it around 18 and held on. Next one, Priceline. Originally it was what it was called. I got this one around 20 bucks when the dot-com bubble hit. Dropped to like 99 cents. And then it just recovered to what it is today. Easily 100x. Okay. Another one on the list, Apple computers. I bought this around 1999 before Microsoft said they were going to invest in it, and I sold it at a profit, and this one is easily another 100x or more. Next one, Tesla. This one, 2020, right when I think Morgan Stanley said it was going to go to $50. It went up a little bit, and I just sold, not at a profit even. It was just like a small loss, and then it started going crazy, like a meme stock. I even bought it when it was before it was split adjusted, 350. I sold it at 400. Again, that was the second chance I could have held on. And as you can see, you get rewarded for holding to good companies. Lululemon, another one. I can't recall when I bought it, but I remember it was around $60 and I sold it around 80. And when you have a good brand like Lululemon, again, good to just hold on. Suncor. This one, I bought it on the second dip. See here when the pandemic hit, shut down, it was $0 a barrel for oil. Then it dropped again, second time. I bought it around about this price, $15, $16. And all I had to do was hold on to this one. Now it's $100 a barrel. Their cost, I believe, is around $35 a barrel for them to make money. So at 100, it's easily making money right now. And they restored their dividend as well. So this was clearly a no-brainer. Last but not least on the list, Visa. This one I bought around 40 bucks and sold. This one I doubled around 80. But then if you just held on, another great company. So hope you learned something with these lessons. If you want to know what I actually hold now that I'm retired and have a bit more money, my long-term strategy again is soya investing. Sit on your arse investing, and I'll show you in the next video what stocks I'm holding for the long term.